Good morning. Beautiful day here in central Virginia. Headed out to play around at Appomattox's Elk Creek Park. Some cool things about this park, built 15 or 20 years ago. And the course itself was actually a Girl Scout project. So the only negatives to that is that it doesn't get a ton of maintenance, but it is a really nice little 18-hole course built in two kind of rings. Kind of starts here, heads into the woods. The front 9 come all the way through, and we'll end up right back here. So you can come in, you can play 9 at a time, and still have the option to come back out to your vehicle and just take some footage of us throwing and maybe throw some discs out of the bag, look at some of the new dye jobs that I've got done. So let's see what we got. So I don't know if you can see the pin is back in this little cutout right here. It's right at, I think, 340 to the pin, but it plays pretty drastically uphill. So that last shot I threw would normally be a nice flat long distance. Being that there's about 20 feet of elevation probably between here and there, you got to kind of throw it uphill. And there's two different routes you can take. You can go straight at it. You could also come at it with a hyzer line through here, but realistically you got to get through these trees. So you can come out here with a wide hyzer, but you really got to put something on it to get it through there on this first hole. All right, so hardest thing on this course, generally speaking, is trying to make your way to the next tee pad, because I don't know, hidden's not the right word, but markings have long since gone by the wayside. So if you're not playing with somebody who knows it, it can be kind of difficult, even with someone who has. So every hole has 3 pad locations, but there's only one built tee pad. You can kind of see the ties over there on the right side of the picture. When you're looking at the sign here, you can see, let's say, red, black, blue. There's also alternate pin locations. So this one actually plays 375. And you can't really go by the shape on the sign either. Kind of hard to determine where you're throwing, but basically up through this gap about 200 feet, and then right in through there, hard dog leg to the left, back up to the pin. After a less than desirable outcome on that one, throwing it into the woods and then missing a 25-footer pro side, moving to 3. 3 is an interesting hole. Actually plays, it says 400, it's actually 450. I've got a rangefinder and I shot that from the blacks. They say par 5, really par 4. Plays straight down this way, hook left, and what we'll call a glade down over here about, I don't know, 250 feet. So it's definitely a 2-shot hole. Hard hyzer down in here, and then we'll pick up whenever we get down in there. Not the best shot. Hit a tree 150 feet off and then ping-ponged to right here. This is the glade I was speaking of, right here, this open space. There are 2 ways to get to the basket, here and then there. So I'm trying to throw something mid-range, understable, Comet, Meteor, something just a nice easy line, try to get into the mouth and down a little bit. Get me there. At this point I'm playing for par. Normally I like to be out here and then be shooting at it for a birdie, but here we go. Hole number 4. Hole number 4 here says 181. Measured out, it's actually about 265. It is right out here. The shorter tee place, or the shorter pin placement that they measured, is right there. So it's back set in the woods. Got to get through here. Really your best line. When you get here, it breaks off. You can go that way or that way. So if you do get you know, you do hit something down here, you do have a couple different options to go either backhand or with a forehand up in there. So that's right. Walking up to the next tee pad, Pete made a good point. A lot of times they will put little orange trail markers, little pieces of plastic. I'll try to take a picture of them so you can kind of see. We call them the ninja trees is what you're looking for. So hole number 5, 291 is what it says. Actually is about 350. You're gonna top this rise, go all the way straight down, all the way back up and to the right. So it is way out there.
See if let's just take a step this way.
See if I can zoom in on it. I don't think I can. It's right there. So finally found my first ninja tree. This is the kind of stuff that you're looking for if you do make it out here. Usually leads you to the next tee pad. Nice thing is the few people that have played over the last couple of months have kind of, you know, tromped a path through here. So it's not awful. Hole 7 is like a straight uphill shot. The sign says like 130. It's actually 200 straight uphill. Tendency here, I just throw a mid-range with a little bit of just a stable mid-range. Let it get up there, skip a little bit. Excuse me, it says 170. It's a little over 200. So you can see, kind of see it in the fall. Beautiful out here, but pins right out there. So gotta watch this one tree right here. It just eats throws. So you get into that, you get up the hill, and you're good to go. Let's see how it goes. Closing out the front 9, follow the ninja tree right there. Up to the right, you can kind of see it tromp down. Enough traffic just to make it interesting. Apologize, my gimbal ran out of battery faster than expected throwing those shots at the beginning. Right up here to the pad. Probably the most accurate measurement of all the holes that they give. Say 285. I believe I measured at 301. Right up here, offset to the right there. And this is the view from the pin of 16. Just beautiful. Best view on the course.